This game has been more than prominent on the radar for several weeks, and now it has arrived in the form of a late-season top-5 clash. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Missouri Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame. This is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. For the ball, and we're ready for action. That is not the way you want to start, with the kickoff going out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's a give to Hardy. Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that didn't take long. How about that opening drive, second play of the game, the running game gets going, score the touchdown, and they are out the gates just like they wanted to be.
And the point after is good. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. At the 35, he's got room. Lots of running room. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31. That was just an open alley for that back. I don't think he was touched once before the tackle.
So he wouldn't even been down in two-hand touch?
No. They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good. He'll bring it out. It's Terry. Makes a move. He's run out of bounds at the 41, and he was oh so close to breaking that return. Here come the Missouri Tigers. The offense ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back, you better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
Here's Simmons to throw. He wants to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons. Fires on the move. Got the big paws on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. On the run, it's Smothers. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Runs for the tackle.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
DB's right up on the receivers. Maybe a crease. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. There was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success. And he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Defense has no idea how to stop him.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To throw, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Fires to the middle.
Man, I love those guys that are willing.
They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Simmons to throw for it on 4th. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Fires left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Hardy. Oh, he's got some space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Might as well stick with him. He's got enough for a Missouri 1st down. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The offense changing the play. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. He lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to the big tight end. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's Manning to throw. Gonna take a shot. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
He might want another play. To the air, it's Simmons. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground as a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. But all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Texas! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll bring it out. It's Terry. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll give it to Hardy. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stop just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Right back to him on the ground. Jumped on top of the pile.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
From the gun on third down, Simmons. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Manning. He'll pull it down. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his big tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. After the holding penalty, 1st and 20 for this offense. Running inside, it's Smothers. There's a crease, and they'll knock him down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Third and short from the 49 is this 4-down territory. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Throwing Manning. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Simmons. With the catch, it's Lee. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Timeout on the field. Missouri calls it second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Simmons. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Simmons from the gun on third down. Throws to the tight end. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 8 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's Michigan State able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Texas offense. Coleman's got it on the right side. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Second down coming up. To the air, it's Lacey. This time on target. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. That's caught. It's Smothers. Runs through a man. He might have just steamrolling the defense. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They've got him now, and he almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And we've already seen it with this offense, man. They do a good job. They're going to use him as a receiving threat. Let him match up on linebackers. He can win those matchups. He can make big plays. Now they just do it a different way. They call the screen. Let those linemen run upfield, get him the football in some space, and try to let him create a big play.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Plows through the defense. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. On first down from the 13-yard line. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got a little grass. Pass to 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They go play action with Manning. Working that left side now. There he goes. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here's Arts to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
It'll be 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
And the Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Smothers. Touchdown, Texas! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing Simmons. Right down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Fires to the right. Oh, the contested catch. If you're going to be big time, you got to beat defenders one-on-one. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. Fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive, and they're trying to hit the corner route, but better coverage on the back end by the defense knocking that one away.
Here's Simmons to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Missouri! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense has needed some kind of a big play, man. Something to get them going, to hang their hat on. They're trailing in this game. Palmer, is this it? Can they get the run game going? Is there enough time to continue to pound away?
Yeah, and it's frustrating for the defense. They've been playing so well up to this point, and then to give up a long touchdown run like that, that's a gut punch. You've got the lead, but when you take the field again, this defense, they have to get that mentality, that confidence back, because this game isn't over.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
On the ground with the counter. Runs through a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. He's going to get loose. Touchdown, Tiger. Stealing a score on special teams.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. He made one guy miss, and it was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Arch Madness. Caught by Coleman. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Complete downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come. Well, part of making the running back screen work is you really have to sell it, and you got to let that pass rush get upfield and throw it in the last possible second. And Pollock, man, he got lit up on that.
He did. Great toughness, but man, there's nothing worse than being a defensive lineman. You think you beat the offensive lineman so quick, and you're so good, and then you realize he lets you right up the field. And they were throwing a screen right behind you. Nice execution by the offense.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short as teams want to make their move in the rankings. And go back to work in the final period of this one. Arch is going to throw for it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wilson on the carry. Fights off a defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's...
Might have a chance. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Again, it's Hardy. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Simmons. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this.
Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the route is on. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Missouri's offense heads out ready to go. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but turning it on! And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Hardy again. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Simmons unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Here's a give to Hardy. And he's still running after the move. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout called by the defense just shy of the 2-minute mark. 2:02 remaining here. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Got enough for the first. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Now facing a 3rd and long. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Going to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing Simmons. Under fire. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. Way too much grabbing and tugging there. The offense will take advantage of the penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to throw, it's Simmons. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll give it to Hardy. Picks up the first down. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Here's Simmons to throw. And the quarterback is sacked. Big play by the defense that is probably going to be wiped out by that penalty flag. I think they jumped offside.